What is it about death that scares people the most? Uncertainty. I'm very sure nothing happens afterwards, so it's just the idea my consciousness will one day just stop forever. It isn't the being dead, it's the dying. Looks really painful. I'd say not knowing what happens after. Is it nothing? Do we go to a magical place where all is happy? Do we go to a terrible place if we lived a bad life? People don't like not knowing things, and I think that sparks fear for those who are afraid of death. That this all goes away. The creeping, unsettling nothing that is to come. There is nothing. There is no knowing nothing. There is no knowing. Everything that you are stops. And you cannot even observe that. I grew up in a religion that was big on heaven and hell. And born concepts kind of freaked me out. I'm now agnostic. But there's still a small part of me that thinks, wait a minute. What if it really is that way? And that part scares me. But then, the idea of not existing and never existing again freaks me out. 2. I'm worried that I cannot see the future. A quote I heard sums it up for me. I was born too late to explore the world and too early to explore the universe. What, if anything, happens after it? I am not afraid of death. What I fear is the thing that will make me dead. Personally, I'm afraid of suffering before dying. I think it's not as much the death as it is the concept of eternity. All we know is existing. So trying to imagine that time will go on without us forever, like forever and ever, provokes a kind of panic in our brains. Fear of the unknown for me. And I have a fear of not being able to breathe. I don't like the thought that everything we experience and every emotion we feel gets wiped out in an instant. Because that means everything we do, everything we go through is utterly meaningless. Because anyone who remembers any of it will be dead too eventually. So there's no real point in it. For me, the biggest fear about death is that I won't be remembered. And all my family and friends' memories will slow fade away, leaving my soul to the void of the oblio. FOMO. The realization it will most likely go black. Sound, feeling, vision. Just cut off like that. And the worst part. You wouldn't even know. For me, it's not so much the fear of death itself. It's the fear of missing out on being in the lives of those I love most. Fear of the unknown. How will it happen, and will I suffer? Is there something more? And if so, what is it? If there's nothing, what was the purpose of my life? They think they might end up locked away in a box for all eternity. I worry who will look after my dog. I'm mostly scared of the how I get there part. Is it gonna hurt? How long is the experience of pain? Does that final experience of pain stretch infinitely long as I approach death? Maybe cause your breathing one day and cutting throat motion another day. What if forgot to turn the oven off? Never seeing my kids, family and friends again. Because it is an absolute certainty that you have to go through it alone. No one will be with you. Your death is yours only, and you will have zero support from anyone you know or love. Yes, of course, your loved ones may be there for you as you are dying. But at the moment of death, there will be only you and your soul laid bare and exposed for whatever comes beyond. No clue. In the trillions and trillions of years of the universe's existence, we are not even a blip. What we'll miss out on in the future? Unknown. The mystery it has behind it, we won't know for certain until we die. The fear of the unknown. The fear of leaving loved ones behind. And the fear of pain or suffering. Most people are scared of what comes after. But as someone raised in a very cult-like religion, I was taught that when you die there is nothing. and to live your life in by God's commands so that you could be resurrected. I've left that religion thankfully. However, I'm scared about what I will leave behind and the kind of person I'll be remembered as. No more burgers. Honestly, I sometimes wonder if I'm already dead. Like shit sucks big time right now and it seems like it'll never stop. I'm either dead and in some sort of hell or I'm having the most fucked up nightmare ever. Does anyone else not find that kind of calming in a weird way? When we die it's not even nothing. Less than nothing. Like before we were born. Not knowing what would have happened to you if you hadn't died. Pain. I am a nurse so have had many dealings with this. And the most things I have run across is people feeling pain and discomfort when coming towards and experiencing death. Also having the knowledge they are leaving loved ones behind and have many regrets in life and unfulfilled goals. There are of course a lot more. But these things came up the most when speaking to patients nearing end of life. The fear of the unknown, and/or the fear of a fate worse than this. I just don't want to stop living. Dying before GTA 6 and never being disappointed when it turns into another Cyberpunk 2077 or FNAF. SB. Staying in oblivion forever. That dying might be painful.